Hello, accountability buddies. I'm Les, and this is another episode of Less is More Healthy. Coming to you from the car on my way to work, despite it being my work from home day. Um, my plan for today, so I usually plan out my week starting on Sunday of the following week. So on Sunday, I look at the weather report and I figure out what my week's going to look like. And the weather report showed that today is going to be gorgeous, and you can see out the window of the car it is gorgeous. It's sunny, it's warm, it's 70 degrees already. um, and my thought the beginning of the week was like, that'll be a great day to go for a ride before work, and go take a ride, take a couple hours, get a ride in, and then park my butt in front of the computer and do my work from home gig. And I thought that was a grand plan. And then I would finish up my project that I'm working on tomorrow, or not tomorrow, on Monday. And when I was relaying that information over to um, my boss was like, oh no, that does not work. That does not work for us. So I was told that I was required to come in. So I'm headed into the office. I'm almost there, actually. I'm about to park. So yeah, I was told I had to come into the office to finish this project. So despite it being my work from home day, I'm headed into the office. And I'm a little salty about it, if I'm truly honest. I am not generally, I'm usually pretty flexible when it comes to work. I am Gen X after all. Um, so yeah, I usually am pretty flexible, but I've started to really hold my personal time and my personal life sacred. And I, I think that word is very overused these days. But what I really try to do is say that my personal life is a priority, and I don't let anyone impinge upon that if I can. So yeah, my work life balance has gotten so much better. I mean, I'm Gen X with a millennial rising, the very tail end of Gen X. Um, and throughout my 20s and early 30s, I worked 50, 60-hour weeks if I could get them. Part of that is because I was hourly, and it wasn't until the end of that where I was really making a living wage for the area in which I live. And so yeah, so I was doing all of these extra hours for years on end. It's part of the reason I'm in the health struggle that I'm in now, is because I I was doing all of those hours. My work life balance was not balanced. I had no work life balance. My life was all work. And now I'm putting a priority on saying, like, my health is really important. And because my health is important, I am going to, um, I'm going to ride my bike when I got to ride my bike. Um, I'm making plans to go on bike rides. I schedule that into my calendar now. And part of what I do with that is I tell my boss, I'm sorry, I can't do that. I have plans that weekend. And, you know, I literally go to Komoot and plan out a route. And that is my plan for Saturdays. I'll plan another route, and that's my plan for Sunday. And I'm doing other things, and among that I'm running errands, but like generally I'm putting a priority on getting those rides in because I have to. Because I didn't put a priority on work life balance, and I didn't put a priority on my health when I was in my 20s and 30s, it's imperative that I do it as I approach 50. And I really see a lot of people, a lot of my coworkers who are still in their 30s, who don't understand that. And I think for me, having a health scare, being diagnosed with type 2 diabetes or prediabetes at 36, was eye-opening. You know, that was like, basically the doctor's like, if you don't make changes, you're gonna die. And realizing that I had traded off a kind of shitty paycheck for my life, And what did I get out of that? Yeah, I got kind of a crappy paycheck. I do have a house that I love. And I have a wonderful, loving partner. But the reality of it is like outside of work and that, what did I get out of it other than a paycheck? Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. And I've got some friends that I met there that are probably lifelong buddies at this point. But, when I left the company, I was easily replaced. It's not like I was irreplaceable, just a cog in the machine, right? And I think that realization that I am just a cog in the machine, like I am replaceable, has really led me to having more of a balance and saying no. And in some senses, like where I'm at now, I'm not easily replaceable. Um, Finding someone with my skill set and life history and work history is not easy, and I'm not easily replaceable anymore. And, fortunately for me, I do make a much better wage than I used to. But I'm also willing to say no a lot more than I used to. And I think that part of that is like just being treated really poorly by the corporation as I was leaving, um, really made me really made me think. And it kind of like blew my mind. And even like other companies since then, ever since I've like graduated from grad school, like one of the things that I've learned how to do is like know what I'm worth, and also say no to things that aren't in my job description. And I think at this point, like there are times when people look at me and they see me saying no, I'm the curmudgeonly old lady, um, or the inflexible old lady. And within the bounds of my job, I'm perfectly flexible. I'm really happy to flex what I do, change what I do when it's within the bounds of my job, when it doesn't impinge upon my personal life. And I think that's the difference that a lot of people don't get, that work doesn't have to be my entire life. Work is not my personality. Work is not my whole life. And neither is cycling, neither is this health and wellness channel, neither this is not my whole life. This is really important to me, and it's a huge part of my life, but it's not my whole life. And I really think that shift in mindset of like this isn't my whole life um is really mind blowing to some of the people that I know, some of my friends, some of my coworkers. Like, you know, having work life balance is not something a lot of people have. And it's something that I've had to cultivate, because if I don't have work life balance, particularly around my health and my wellness, then the result is death. I had try really hard to talk around this. I have this acquaintance, right? He also has type 2 diabetes. He's a few years older than I am. And he didn't take care of his type 2 diabetes. He didn't work on his work life balance. And he's dying. Um, and it was an eye opener to like meet him and realize like we were both on the same trajectory. We were both diagnosed around the same time. And because of a whole host of things. We've talked about him on the channel before. Because of a whole host of things, um, he was not taught how to change his diet. He was not taught how to exercise, and he he's dying. His kidneys are failing, and it is one of those things that I hold in my mind as like, don't do that. Like no one else is going to value my health other, my family, my partner, they value my health, but my workplace doesn't care about my health in so much as like they don't care about it as like, does it impact their bottom line, their work, whatever. They care about it in that sense. They care about it if I'm out sick. They care about those sorts of things. But to them, me taking time to go ride my bike is less important to them than it ever will be to me. And so I think that's a thing for me to remember is like work-life balance is incredibly important, and I need to remember that it's important. And need to remember that my health is a priority. And anytime like I'm thinking about, oh, I need to do this thing for work, I need to work these extra hours, I need to remember what is a priority for me. So with that, I'm going to say thank you. Thank you for being here. I hope you found this little chat helpful. Um, I am gonna go for a bike ride today, so I'll have some like fresh new ride videos, and hopefully I'll hit some trails when the G1 and give you some more information about that bike and my new suspension stem. Thus far, I'm really enjoying it. But anyway, thank you for being here. I really appreciate all of the new subscribers. I really appreciate all of you who've hit the like button and who continue to watch my videos. Um, if you are on a type 2 health journey, share some information in the comments, and hopefully this will help hold you accountable. And that's why I make these videos, is to hold myself accountable for my health and wellness. And I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you being along for the journey with me. And with that, I'm going to say thanks. See you next time. Bye.